Hello everyone, my name is Amishwookie, and today I'm gonna build every single automatic farm in Minecraft, or at least the ones I know how to do. These are farms that I know exactly how to build, and I definitely did not look up any tutorials at all. To start off with, I'm gonna create automatic versions of the sugarcane, melon, and pumpkin farm, because frankly, I am quite lazy, and I don't want to do it myself. Alright, I set up my first farm, which is the automatic sugarcane farm. The whole thing is set up so that this observer right here is gonna detect when this sugarcane block reaches 3 blocks tall, after which it will go ahead and chop down all the sugarcane. Ideally, every single sugarcane will fall into the water there and get collected by the hopper into the chest. Obviously, right here, though, you can see that it doesn't happen every time, so it's just kind of a proof of concept rather than a perfect machine. This next design is going to be pretty similar to the last one, using observers and pistons to push pumpkins and melons into the flowing water, all the way to the hopper into the chest down there. All right, I think I set up the entire thing correctly, but we'll see in a second. Hopefully a pumpkin or melon grows really soon. I don't know if it will. Oh, it works. See, I'm smart. Did you see that? I got the melon. I was definitely not looking at my phone while that happened. I'm genius. On to the next one. All right, I think I have the next farm set up. Rather than an automatic farm, it's an AFK fishing farm. The way this entire thing works is that you have water, obviously, to fish. The hopper leads into the chest, allowing you to collect any items you have. The fence post is there to keep up the iron pressure plate, which will activate the iron door, which allows you to look and not look at the note block, which breaks your line of sight, allowing you to catch the fish, and so on and so forth. You keep catching fish because it keeps breaking your line of sight and then enabling it. Round and round you go. Overall, I don't really think that this farm is very worth it because all you really get out of it is some food and a tiny bit of XP, but I can get a lot more XP doing other things. But yeah, that was this automatic farm. On to the next one. All right, I am back with 2 more farms right here. This one is supposed to be a cooked chicken and feather farm, which I think I understand because these chickens right here will lay eggs into this hopper, which goes into this dispenser, and then this dispenser will shoot them out because of this comparator and a bunch of redstone fuckery. Eventually, when they grow up, this observer up here is supposed to detect that and then trigger this lava into here. I don't quite understand it, but it makes a little bit of sense to me. Hopefully it works out. We'll see soon enough. This one's much simpler. The chickens are there. They lay eggs, it goes into the hopper, into the chest, and that's it. So that's the easy one right there. We'll check back at the end of the video and see if these actually work at all. And we're back to probably what is going to be the most useful farm that I will build in this episode, which is going to be a multicolor sheep wool farm thing. That's what it's called. That's the full name right there. Anyways, the way that it works is that there's going to be observers right here pointing underneath the sheep. They're going to eat the grass. It'll activate the observer, activating this dispenser right here with the shears, shearing the sheep, and then there's going to be a minecart hopper right here going underneath all of them, bringing it all into this chest right here. Already you can see I have quite a few wool, which means that eventually I'll have about, what, 4 stacks of each wool after it goes through all the shears, and then I can just keep this going for as long as I want. All right, we're back with a few of my next automated farms, or rather in this case, it's just going to be an AFK farm because you just have to sit here and then hold right click, or you can have an auto clicker, whatever works for you. This one, honestly, I don't think is worth it too much, but I think it's kind of interesting nonetheless. And we just gotta wait for the chorus fruit to grow, please. Anytime. The way that this machine works is that these observers right here are detecting that if this flower grows at all, it'll shoot these snowballs into it, making the chorus fruit drop. It'll also activate a piston underneath to break the entire plant, which drops everything, and hopefully you get it all in the water and none of it lands on the end stone. But yeah, I'm just waiting for it to grow. And any second now, please. Hey, there you go. There it is. Anyway, so that's how it all works. It's kind of useful. I mean, I don't think I'll ever actually use it, but it's there. The next machine is just going to be a mushroom grower. Honestly, I don't think it's too useful at all, just because it doesn't really work that well, but I thought it was kind of a cool addition. I thought about making it bigger, but I didn't really want to do that. So far, it's corrected like 4 mushrooms over a total of 30 minutes. So realistically, it honestly isn't that great, but it's all right in the meantime. Another thing I have is I have some automated lava generation right here. This is like, I think, the only way you can get infinite lava in the game, which is kind of cool. The next farm is not necessarily going to be an automatic or AFK farm. It's just a snow generating machine. His name is Snorris. He's kind of cute and everything. I originally tried to place this entire thing over in the acacia biome, but he kept dying and I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized it's because it's too hot for him. So he's in this little sliver of land that is technically a forest biome rather than the acacia that's right there or the mesa right here. This is probably my favorite farm of all because it has bees, and bees are pretty cute. The way that this farm works is that the bees will pop out, get the honey, put it back in. Comparator will detect if it has has honey, give it a redstone signal. If it has enough, then it will trigger this dispenser with the shears to make the honey or honeycombs drop into the chest over here with the hoppers. The thing that's kind of cool about this contraption is that you can expand it as far as you want. You can make this go on for like 100 blocks if you really wanted to. But yeah, that's why I kind of like this one. So this farm right here is going to be an automatic iron golem farmer. These 3 villages right here each have a bed and a composter, which constitutes as a village, I guess. And because this zombie right here, which has a name tag, I don't know if you can see it. His name is Phineas. There it is. You can kind of see it. Phineas. This zombie right here keeps aggroing them and unaggroing them because of the piston, which means that they keep getting worried trying to spawn an iron golem above them. They can't spawn it anywhere else because it is too high off the ground. The iron golem dies to the lava. Everything goes into the hoppers, into this chest right here. But yeah, the only reason I have this is just for the poppies. I just like red dye. That's all. It's for nothing else at all. I just want the poppies. Absolutely. Anyways, moving on. Before I go on to the last farm, I just wanted to check up on these 2 farms right here. This one, I've been trying to use the eggs to spawn more chickens in here so they drop eggs faster. But this one, I think, is doing relatively well. I think after about 30 minutes, it's got 20 cooked chicken, which overall I don't think is too bad. But yeah, we'll see how it goes throughout the rest of the series. And now on to my last farm. Now, you might be wondering why I'm so high up in the sky, and the reason is because I have to be a certain distance away from this farm to actually work. And it's really annoying because I don't know if this is a bug, but I keep hearing them shooting, even though they're like 120, 130 blocks away from me. So that's a little annoying, but basically this is here for a automatic prismarine farm. I'm exactly just enough blocks away for all of them to spawn kind of at that top area right there. I have a couple nether portals down there so that they teleport into the nether into a killing contraption I made, and then it collects all their prismarine, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So after they go through those nether portals, all of them are linked to this one right here. They fall into the campfires, die, and then these hoppers bring into all these chests over here. After staying at the entire farm for roughly 10 to 15 minutes, this is how much stuff I have just from that period right there, which I think is, it's a decent amount of stuff. But the main reason I have this farm is just to have a lot of prismarine blocks for building if I ever want to build with that particular block set. But yeah, overall, that is every single farm that I have in this game. I'm still trying to mine this big, massive hole here. I think I'm roughly 20 hours away or so from it being done, somewhere around there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I have quite a few videos on my channel at this point if you want to go ahead and start watching those other ones. Otherwise, I will see you in the meantime. Bye-bye.